This episode is a comparisons between Toronto, Montreal, and Chicago, three dynamic North American cities with historic awe and allure. We will delve into the diverse landscapes, demographics, food, transportation, salaries and wages, cultural offerings, and other parameters that define these urban centers. Located in different countries yet sharing the vibrancy of metropolitan life, each city offers a unique blend of history, innovation, and opportunity. Toronto, situated on the northwestern shore of Lake Ontario, stands as Canada's largest city and a hub of multiculturalism and economic activity. Montreal, nestled on the island of Montreal at the confluence of rivers, is celebrated for its rich heritage, European charm, and thriving art scene. Chicago, nestled along the southwestern shore of Lake Michigan, boasts architectural marvels, blues music, and a bustling urban energy. Don't forget to like this video at any point you chose, but before the end, and consider subscribing to this channel if you found this one very informative. It's Toronto against Montreal, against Chicago. Let us start now. Cost of food. Toronto's food prices are moderate, with average prices for groceries slightly higher than the national average. A meal at a mid-range restaurant can cost around $20 to $30 USD. Montreal's food prices are relatively affordable, with average prices for groceries slightly lower than the national average. A meal at a mid-range restaurant can cost around $15 to $25 USD. Chicago's food prices are similar to Toronto's, with average prices for groceries slightly higher than the national average. A meal at a mid-range restaurant can cost around $20 to $30 USD. Cost of transportation. Toronto's transportation costs are relatively high, with average daily expenses for public transportation and commuting totaling around $15 to $20 USD. Montreal's transportation costs are lower compared to Toronto's, with average daily expenses for public transportation and commuting totaling around $10 to $15 USD. Chicago's transportation costs are similar to Toronto's, with average daily expenses for public transportation and commuting totaling around $15 to $20 USD. Cost of housing. Toronto's housing market is competitive, with rental prices for a one-bedroom apartment in the city center averaging around $1,800 USD per month and around $1,400 USD per month in suburban areas. The median home price is approximately $700,000. Montreal has more affordable housing compared to Toronto, with rental prices for a one-bedroom apartment in the city center averaging around $1,200 USD per month and around $900 USD per month in suburban areas. The median home price is approximately $350,000. Chicago's housing market is similar to Toronto's, with rental prices for a one-bedroom apartment in the city center averaging around $1,700 USD per month and around $1,300 USD per month in suburban areas. The median home price is approximately $350,000. Demographics. Toronto, Montreal, and Chicago exhibit diverse demographic profiles, characterized by population size, density, growth rates, and health indicators. Toronto, the most populous of the three cities, boasts a population of approximately 2.9 million, with a density of about 4,700 people per square kilometer. Its population has experienced steady growth, driven by immigration and economic opportunities, resulting in a high life expectancy of around 83 years and a low death rate of approximately 7 deaths per 1,000 people. Montreal, with a population of around 1.7 million, has a slightly lower density of about 4,000 people per square kilometer. While its population growth has been slower compared to Toronto, recent increases due to immigration contribute to a similar high life expectancy and low death rate. Chicago, with a population of approximately 2.7 million, shares a comparable density of around 4,500 people per square kilometer with Toronto. Its population growth has been relatively stable, resulting in a similar high life expectancy and low death rate. Despite slight variations in birth rates and median age, these cities share common trends and demographic indicators, reflecting their status as dynamic urban centers with diverse populations and robust healthcare systems. What about culture? Toronto is known for its multiculturalism, vibrant art scene, and diverse culinary offerings. It hosts events like the Toronto International Film Festival and boasts attractions like the CN Tower and Royal Ontario Museum. Montreal is renowned for its rich history, European charm, and lively festivals. It is home to attractions like Old Montreal, Notre Dame Basilica, and the Montreal Museum of Fine Arts. Chicago is famous for its architecture, blues music, and deep dish pizza. It hosts events like the Chicago Jazz Festival and boasts attractions like Millennium Park, Art Institute of Chicago, and Willis Tower. Salaries and wages. Toronto has a relatively high cost of living, but salaries are competitive, with an average monthly wage of around $3,500 USD. Montreal's salaries are slightly lower compared to Toronto, with an average monthly wage of approximately $3,000. Chicago's salaries are comparable to Toronto's, with an average monthly wage of around $3,500 USD. Also have it in mind that salaries and wages can be complicated, as some sectors earn exponentially above others for every country. Geography. Toronto sits on the northwestern shore of Lake Ontario, serving as the capital of Ontario and Canada's largest city. Montreal, situated on the island of Montreal at the confluence of the St. Lawrence and Ottawa rivers, is Quebec's largest city and the second largest in Canada. Chicago, located on the southwestern shore of Lake Michigan, stands as the third most populous city in the United States. While Toronto and Montreal have limited forest cover within their city limits, with green spaces like parks and ravines, Chicago boasts significant forested areas in parks like Lincoln Park and the Cook County Forest Preserves. Agricultural land is minimal within Toronto and Montreal, though surrounding regions in Ontario and Quebec, respectively, are known for agricultural activity. In contrast, Chicago benefits from agricultural land within its metropolitan area, part of the renowned Corn Belt. Toronto and Chicago enjoy coastlines along Lake Ontario and Lake Michigan, respectively, providing waterfront areas and recreational opportunities, while Montreal, though inland, has access to the St. Lawrence River and the Port of Montreal. These cities are defined by their proximity to water bodies, with Toronto surrounded by Lake Ontario, Montreal situated at the confluence of rivers, and Chicago bordered by Lake Michigan, contributing to their economic and cultural vibrancy. Which of these cities can make your bucket list for holiday, retiring, or buying a home? Tell us down below.